Hey everyone, I'm sending this out with great importance, so I hope you will watch this video to its end. This is for all of my family and friends, especially if you live among the Gulf Coast. A few months back, I would say around 4 or 5 months ago, I had this dream. And in this dream, I was in Palacios, Texas, and I was at Covey's Corner. Now, I know Covey's Corner doesn't exist anymore, but I was at Covey's Corner, and I seen a plane fly past me, then he circled back around. When he circled back around, he began shooting at me. And in my dream, I rolled underneath the vehicle for cover. As the plane flew over, I rolled out from underneath the vehicle and I jumped up and I was watching the plane and I seen 2 missiles being launched. And then I looked into the distance and I seen a great ball of fire and I seen things falling out of the sky. It was terrible. And I knew something terrible had happened. Something had exploded. And so what I did immediately is when I woke up, I got on Google's map and I did a line of sight. I actually went to Palacios, Texas, and put myself there right next to the now, I'm not sure what the name of the convenience store is, but I was like in the lot right next to it. And I did a line of sight from there straight across the water, and it was either the nuclear plant or it was Jacksonville, Florida. That's what I had concluded. And I told my mom about the dream, and I told a few other people about the dream. What brings me to this video is what I came across just the other day. And in the Bible, we're taught that God establishes truth out of the mouth of 2 or more witnesses. And the other day I was listening to a lady, her name is Vicky Goforth Purnell, and I'm going to put her video in my video so you can hear what she said that Jesus showed her about the attack on the United States of America. And she actually shows where those attacks are going to be.
My eyes are immediately drawn to the map. Jesus and I are now floating above the area of South America. Our rocks are sitting side by side to where I can see fully what is to occur upon our world. When war hits my nation, what is to occur upon our world when war hits my nation of America. I see a round clock appear suspended in the air. The hands are pointed in the 12 o'clock position. I hear my lovely Jesus say, when all eyes are upon the King of the East, Xi Jinping, and his land China, and your nation once called America, then Putin of the Bear shall fire. But remember, little daughter, he is not alone. He has formed an unholy coalition to take out your nation, a uniting of enemies to bring you down. But even this is done by orders of your world's hidden secret society, now taking their orders from the man of sin. I watch as I see lights begin rising from various locations from Russia. Although they are coming from different areas, I see a cluster rising from around the middle in the air. Jesus, I ask, are you showing me only the strikes upon our nation, or also the responses of all involved? Not all at this moment in time for all involved, but that which concerns your once great nation. Thank you, I replied. You are welcome, little one. I watch as the pinpoints of lights begin climbing higher, arching in the sky, speeding toward our nation. My breath catches inside me, and I brace myself for what I must see once again. I begin seeing pinpricks of lights come rising up from our nation's lands, from different places, and now they are racing up into the sky. I look at the large number of weapons speeding toward our nation. There's so many, Jesus, I gasp, barely breathing. Not all shall hit your soil, daughter. Your nation's defense system shall take out some of them. Some of them, I said sorrowfully, but not all. Yes, daughter, not all. I watch with my teeth clenched tightly together as the weapons descend upon our nation. They have begun veering off in different directions, and suddenly I begin noticing lights, pinprick points of lights rising from China. So now there are missiles in the air from both Russia and China. Jesus, I exclaimed, I didn't know that China would be attacking us too during this time. I know they have a submarine or drone in the Gulf of Mexico where they will shoot 3 non-nuclear missiles sometime during all this happening. I ask, are these weapons in the air all nuclear? Most of those from Russia, from Putin. Yes, daughter, but not from the hand of Xi Jinping. His shall be ballistic continental missiles without the nuclear package, the payload. This is because Xi Jinping desires the use of your nation's land for its resources, more so than Vladimir Putin. There's so many, Jesus. Suddenly I see a mushroom cloud appear over the Maryland and Virginia line. Washington, D.C. They've hit Washington, D.C. But wait, that one didn't fall from the sky, Jesus. I asked his name questioningly. Jesus? From the waters, he replied softly. A Russian vessel hidden in the depths of the water. All of a sudden I see a mushroom cloud over New York. I watch in horror as also the Chinese missiles begin hitting from the direction of the west. 2 strikes Washington state, 1 near the Canadian border. They erupt in an explosion on the flat map that I am watching below. Another hits Oregon. I see a mushroom cloud now over over Ohio, near the West Virginia and Ohio border. Another in Georgia. Oh, Jesus, I cried out loud as tears are coming fast. I looked up, and he has tears also in his eyes. Softly but firmly, he speaks these words. This is the cost of unrepentant sins from the choices each person makes individually and as a whole body of people. I see an explosion hit California and then another, both close together. I see more mushroom clouds over Florida near the bottom of the state and Louisiana. Out of the water from the Gulf of Mexico comes the 3 missiles fast from either a submarine or drone. I watched as explosions rocked Missouri, South Dakota, and Kansas. Jesus, Jesus, I cry out. Jesus holds my hands and says softly, be strengthened. Daughter, you must warn what is coming while there's still time for people to repent. Oh God, now there's a mushroom cloud over my state of Tennessee. I see an explosion in North Carolina and Virginia. It's Chinese drones in the water. This is an attack sent to break our nation that's precise and well planned. There are mushroom clouds over Texas in the lower right near the water, Oklahoma and Arizona. I see a missile explode in South Carolina, sent by another Chinese drone. More missiles had went off from the west by the hand of Xi Jinping's missiles again in California, but also in Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. Such devastation. Suddenly, all went silent. I looked up at the clock hanging in the air, with its white clock face and simple golden frame. The black hand seemed to be around the 12:57 to 12:58 point. It had all taken place just under 1 hour. This is what I saw. I've seen it more than once. I did not know all the details. In other dreams and visions I've had, but I've not been able to give out the information. This is this part. This is what I've seen besides. I didn't know China was going to strike from the west. I ask you pray about these things. And even in all this, it's time, if you don't know what to do, you get on your face and you cry out to God.
Alright guys, I hope you made it through the video. Hope you stuck in there with me. Listen, as I bring this to a close, I've been doing this over several days. That's why I either change the clothes real quick. So what I did is, after I heard that, and she gave what God had showed her about the lower right hand of the Texas by the water, I took her map here, it's the one she showed in the video, then pulled up a map of all the nuclear plants that are in operation. Then I made a transparency. Well, let me give it a background for you guys. I made a transparency, and where she's showing that explosion is right here, which is a South Texas nuclear plant. Guys, that's exactly what I seen. I seen that. And so in closing out this video, I want you to know that I love you. But I do want you to know, you may not be aware of this, that God has been sending warning after warning since the 70s, 80s, what's coming to America. You have to be ready. You have to be ready. Get your spiritual houses in order, guys. Make sure you're right with Jesus Christ, because your day in eternity could come just like that. Make sure you're ready. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Earth to God, come in, God. I know you're there, hearing our prayers wherever you are. We need you now to send your love down. Take away the pain in your holy name. We ask this now. We need your light, we need your love to heal the world you made, and save us now in our darkest hour with your amazing grace. Earth to God, we're holding on, but not for long. Can you pull us all close to the Holy Ghost and keep us strong? We need your light, we need your love to heal the world you made, and save us now in our darkest hour with your amazing grace. Earth to God, earth to God, to God. Come in, God.